Kia ora. Boy, have I got a challenge for you today. We are going to be making a fire-breathing taniwha. Now the hard part, because I've just done it while I've been preparing for this one, is cutting his face out, especially his teeth. Let's see what we've got. You will need scissors, you will need glue stick and colouring in materials. Okay, let's have a look what you will have. You will have a piece of brown paper. You will have some pieces of coloured paper, probably yellow, red and orange. You will have 2 heads to choose from. They will look a bit like that. Neither will be coloured in, so that's your job. And choose whichever one you like. Now the tricky part was cutting these teeth out. So if something goes wrong, if you cut part of his jaw off or you just can't get around those teeth, don't panic. He doesn't need to have his teeth cut out. He could have a whole white piece in there because the flames are going to be coming out from there anyway. If you do accidentally cut them, just glue it on in 2 different pieces, sellotape it on. If it really goes wrong, you've got a spare head, so you could use that one. Maybe someone could help you. Maybe they could help get around those teeth. So lots of ways to work around the tricky cutting and lots of ways to fix it if it doesn't go to plan. And you know, we're pretty good, you and I, at fixing things when they don't go to plan because you've seen it happen lots of times. I'm going to finish cutting him out. I just left a little easy bit for me to do. And then we can keep going. Right, here we go. Should I throw this away because it's got him in it? Why not? I can go and pick him up on the floor if I need him later. And remember, we always pick up our mess. So if you copy me and throw things on the floor, remember to get down there when we're finished and pick them up like a good tidy citizen. Okay, get your head coloured in and we're going to glue it at one end of our paper. So we'll put some glue stick on here. This is the easy bit. And glue them on. I think maybe towards the bottom, and I'll show you when I've done it. And with his head pointing up towards the top so that the flames have somewhere to go. Right, there. So he's down that bottom corner and I've tilted him so his head's going that way so the flames can go up. With these pieces of paper, have them all nice and square and cut yourself 3, so about a crayon wide if you've got a reasonably big crayon. A little bit wider than a pen, a biro, or a bit wider than your finger. I think it's about 1 centimetre if you want to measure it. So cut all 3 pieces at the same time and do that 3 times. So we've got 9 pieces of different coloured paper. Now, to get them to look like flames, actually, I did some flames in there, so we could do that. We could cut some flames out. I'll just draw some, it's just like we can't see that, can we? It's just sort of like a zigzag. So I'm just going to cut and then come in a little bit, go back out, make them sharp points. So we've done that, and then I'll just come in at the other end like that. Looks nothing like a flame, but we'll pretend it is. So I'm going to glue that one. You might be better at drawing flames. You might get some really cool flames. I'm going to have that coming just out his mouth like that. And then with these ones, what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue one end onto the card, onto the brown, and then I'm going to hold my finger on it and I'm going to twist the paper. I'll show you in a second. And then I'm going to glue the other end down. Now I know that glue stick doesn't stick particularly well, so it may pop off a few times. So this could be something you need to do quite slow. So what I'm doing is I'm gluing it down like that, like it's glued to my finger, and then I'm twisting this maybe once or twice, and then I'm gluing that end down. So let's do it again. So hold it down on the where you've glued it while you're twisting it, and then put some glue on the other end. Put a good amount of glue stick if you're using glue stick, not a tiny little bit. I'll do one more and then I'll show you. It's getting very sticky. So glue it, hold your finger down, and doesn't want to twist. Here we go, got it. Put some glue on that end and stick it to it. Like that. And just keep going and fill them in. Do all your pieces if you want to. Don't have to do all of them. You might come up with some other ideas as well. Let's have a look at both of them. So there's the one that we've partly finished, and this is the one that I made first. Different heads. Do you think they look like flames coming out of his mouth? I think the orange and the red and the yellow do make them look a bit like flames, don't they? Alright. It was nice to make a craft with you today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.